Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Life as Maya. Today we have the girls of the Firsties podcast. Number one podcast in the world. Well, number two after Life is Mine. I'm kidding.
She's number two.
That's crazy.
Just kidding.
That's crazy.
I'm technically not a podcast, guys. I am a talk show. You guys run the podcast world.
But you're getting over this side, yeah.
I need to learn to move the audio. It'll happen. It'll happen one day.
Yeah.
But
exactly. You're a yapper.
As of right now, we're going to just say talk show. Yeah. Today we're talking about all things friendship. But I want to get you guys' opinion on how did you guys feel about the whole like Cynthia and Ariana Grande debacle? Have you seen it on TikTok?
Well, for the audiences, do you want to run through it?
Actually, I'm going to insert clips, but it's become like a joke now. But they've been doing a press run for Wicked, and like in the interviews, they're like,
very
the entire time,
like.
Yeah, pretty much like this.
Can you put that one meme in? With like two little,
yes,
hugging each other?
Literally, like they can't let go. Like,
and it gets worse and worse.
Ariana Grande, some super fan, like runs up to her and like before the bodyguards respond, Cynthia's like, move, like they don't play about each other. They don't play about each other, and it's like funny, but like some people are just like, this is weird, like. Do they date? Like they jump to like dating, crazy, like all those things. But then it's like, what if they're just friends and we're just not used to seeing friendship being plastered like this?
I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like Cynthia and Ariana are not like the poster whatever of like friendship. They're not friendship or like expressive friendship because can I curse on you?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm bleep it.
It gives trauma bonding. Oh, you can curse on me? I'm gonna bleep it. Oh, you can't curse on here then?
She's new to the podcast.
That's so exciting.
Right.
It gives trauma bonding. I feel like something must have happened on Wicked where like they can't talk about each other's relationship without crying.
Without tearing up.
Without like Wicked is like beyond the movie. Do you know what I mean? Like the way they speak about it, something must be wrong there.
I mean, yeah, it's like definitely like they found like their confidant in each other, but you don't think that can be like? I don't. It's kind of like trauma that you don't.
No, it's like that was like their safe space while they went through something. That's what I see.
Do you think it translates outside of the movie though? Like they carry that real bond outside of what they're. I mean, the press run
trauma as well. So.
You're like it came straight from trauma.
Because I think it was like the way the speed of their like relationship or like
trauma is trauma.
The way they define each other is like after this, obviously we will be like holding on to each other that much. Because
okay.
Damn, that's how you interpret it?
Yeah, because nothing about it gave healthy, and not from my perspective. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very like, girl, how can you not talk about your friend like without crying? I love my friends.
Okay, I see that. I see what you mean.
I see what you mean. Dry eye.
Actually, I say a lot of good things about them with just dry eyes. But
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it is kind of scary how like they cry often. They did go through something. So you think just like a girl and a guy should not date after they've trauma bonded friendships? Healthy friendships can't come out of trauma bonding.
I feel like healthy friendships can come out of trauma bonding.
Agreed.
But after they've actually like redefined their friendships and their relationships.
And they've done the work. Because some people like to sit in that trauma.
True.
Like they've both separately done the work.
And it's become their whole friendship.
Like, one of my closest friends are from work because we trauma bonded from work stuff. Like like being in the grind. But we're also like trying to get it. You know what I mean? So the bonding is fine, but let's move on from that. But if the whole identity of the friendship is the trauma, then it's like,
okay,
babes, we gotta
move forward. In a healthier way.
Right. And you only define your friend as like my safe space because I went through this. Like the person that can bear your emotional like burden. You have a lot of redefinition to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always gonna be like detrimental to like you can't really grow in your friendships because there's always expectations.
The one thing I want to say about Wicked, it's a massive like it's a whole organization, it's a whole community, right?
Yeah.
It's how I feel like Tom Holland has expressed like him going to Spider-Man world, like the Marvel world. He's now like it's a certain specific group. So trauma is just like a significant thing that happens in your life. Could be bad or good sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think to your point, like the trauma they've gone through, I don't know if it's actual like negative trauma, but like they are now part of the Wicked, the press junket. Like, it's a lot that they had to go to. And from seeing interviews, both of them are like diehard Wicked. Like, Ariana's like, this, F everything else. This is my dream thing. Like, she's like, this is the moment of my life. So I think from that, she's just like, maybe overwhelmed. Like, this is her biggest dream. I just don't know why they have to be like touching toes to do that.
Maybe like the pressure of like, literally, but maybe the pressure of like executing like Alphabet and Glenda in such a perfect way because, like you said,
it was such a dream of hers.
Such a big thing.
Like, you can't mess that up.
Yeah, and she already, even before they dropped Wicked 1, a lot of people wanted Dove Cameron to be Glenda.
Oh.
So she already had that hatred because they're like, why is Ariana Grande doing this?
Okay, yeah.
Dove Cameron, for those, what's that show again? Liv and Maddie, like that girl. I'm not gonna lie, she would have ate that up, but she would have been like, like she should have been.
That should have been her role.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like there's already so much like negative voices and like people critiquing you happening. So maybe that's why. And then obviously Elphaba, she's black. I don't even have to give any other. It's like everybody, no black woman has ever been like supported and like elevated in these type of big situations. Right. So she already had like hate from that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like maybe like having to fight that they ended up like bonding. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
I mean, but even to like taking them out the equation, I feel like we don't see a lot of like healthy female friendships like plastered. Like we see romantic relationships. We see even I can think of bromances off the top of my head.
A gajillion.
Like so many, but then it's like, can you really think of like girl friendships in the, I guess, press? Obviously we can think about it in our lives, but it's so hard to be like those two. Think about the groups, like even City Girls, we all thought they were going to make it to the end. They ended up breaking up. My favorite podcast, B. Simone and Megan. Megan
Ashley.
Yeah. Love their friendship down. Their podcast broke up.
Were they being advertised as like friends? Because I feel like even B. Simone and Megan Ashley, I thought they were business partners.
No, they were best friends. They said like it was like they've been best friends for 20 years. They've known each other since like high school or something.
But I think to your point, like the introduction of that friendship was like they were friends for a while, but she was her assistant. And and then they created the Know For Sure off of B. Simone's like fame. And then it was like the two of them equally. I'm always curious of what the F happened.
Bro, I don't know if
I watched that Know For Sure like almost religiously. Like it was just like
it was weekly. I was on there.
It was
weekly.
Entertainment and faith. Like it
was the perfect mix. It was the perfect mix. It's so
and like Know For Sure, that's so clever. Like how many times like Know For Sure? Like,
Know For Sure, exactly. Like, but it's like perfect. Know For Sure. It was such a good like double entendre.
I know.
And that breakup was like literally. But even another podcast I watch, Behind the Likes, two best friends. If you go to their comments, it's like, this week Winter was really being mean to Shy. This week Shy did it. It's like
pinning each other.
Always pinning women against each other.
But I think that's also like the audience's fault. If I'm being
for sure.
Like, are we actually rooting for female friendship?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
We say that because think about like our entire like maybe this is social media and just like literally like modern day. That's always also like ruining our like relationships because they can never see a group of friends and appreciate them like one by one. It's always one is better than the other. There's always competition.
It's comparison.
Even like the beauty standard, everything. It's always like somebody's prettier, funnier, or whatever. You could never think about how like the rap game, like God forbid there were two rappers that were good. It's always whatever.
And celebrated whatever. Yeah.
It's always like pinned each other, but like guys, like the bromance, like you said, is always like celebrated and like there's always space for different definitions of like romances, but never a definition of like female friendships. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I guess you're right. It's never about the thing. It's about how the audience. It's the psychology of the audience who's interpreting it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And people are human at some point.
And it's going to get to them because, like to your point, I feel like we're so conditioned to be like competitive. Like even as little girls, like. She had the better Barbie doll. Like it starts so young, and we're conditioned to like prioritize romantic relationships, but we're never like, at least like I witnessed my mom being like super close to like other girl relationships, but I feel like those conversations weren't ever on the back. Like have your girls, have your community. Like, did you guys get that growing up? Like even from teachers, not even just parents, but being like, it's always like, oh, you got a little boyfriend, but it's like, you got a best friend? Have you met your girls? Like, I don't remember that being a thing in my childhood.
No, mine was for my parents. It was like your siblings have your back, like support your sibling. Yeah. But it was always like be the best. So like be the best.
Compete.
So again, competition.
Immediately, I feel like for me, I guess. Okay, I grew up with like my grandparents at first, so there was never like an emphasis on like. Actually, no, I've always had, like, it's like, they loved, like, having friends and multiple friends and everything. My mom had a really, like, big life where, like, she had a lot of friend groups, like, and she still is, like, really close to those, like, friends that, like, I knew when I was 10 years old. Yeah. So, like, female friend groups was, like, a norm in my, like, life. But
you could tell in your life now.
And then, I feel like even, like, growing up, I've always had, like, a group of like, women.
Yeah,
you know, like, the only time I really had to leave my friends when I moved from back here. Like, thank God for, like, you know?
Yeah.
No, not leaving them, but, like, you know, thank God that was, like, the situation. But I feel like friendship was always a really big thing.
Really? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that, like, my parents didn't. I just feel like, even romantic, my mom wasn't, like, go get a boyfriend. But I just feel like I didn't realize the power of girl friendship until college. Like, that's when I really realized, like, whoa, like, even in high school, it would be like, I had a best friend, but I didn't realize just, like, how deep and important that friendship was. Like, now I'm like, I got, like, if I need a filling, my girls are going to do that. They just fill your cup in a different way. Like, you literally walk out feeling like, high off life. Like, you're just like, this was, could have been a bad day, but now I'm with my girls, and it is like, whew.
Exactly.
Do you think, like, we always talk about soulmates and, like, a partner in a romantic way, but do you think, like, you could find a soulmate in a friendship? And, like, what does that look like?
Absolutely. I think you can for sure find, I feel like we always find soulmates in friendships. There's also the issue in our end where, like, we value platonic friendships and, like, platonic love a lot more.
I'm laughing because,
leaning towards that a lot more than, like, relationship.
That's our problem.
Yeah, I feel like even now...
It's not a problem, though. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. I feel like we just have to add in, like, the romantic...
we were talking on our pod, I think we talked about... I don't think it's going to be out yet, but it's like... I was like, oh, we should go on a double date. She's like, girl, they're not going to get a word in.
No, actually.
Right.
They're not going to chat at all.
But have you seen the thing? I think Regina Hall went viral on this recently where she said, like, I'm just saying, like, if you ask men who their best friend is, they say their wife. If you ask women, they say, like, Lisa.
Oh, I saw that. Literally.
And I'm
husband's
like,
not the first thing that pops up.
Your best friend, like, your best friend. I'm like, yeah, I don't think there's something wrong with that.
But also, I think it comes from because, like, we get deep with girls. Like, if you told me, if you had a bad day at work, I'm going to know what boss did it, why, what you ate with your coffee.
And you listen.
And I'm going to listen, and I'm going to respond.
And you want all the details.
And I actually want the details. I'm like, tell me.
Exactly.
If Raji's friend has a bad day,
when
you're actually ready. Go ahead.
He goes, he's like, yeah, Ali just had a bad day. Oh, what happened? I don't
know. You ask him, go and ask him.
Like, how? It's so funny
we know what color shirt you're wearing, but
I know exactly why you're upset. And it's so funny because the friend I just spoke with, he watches all the videos. Hey, Ali. They have a picture of him crisscross applesauce, like, on the couch, and I'm, like, right there, and I'm just talking to him like this, and Ollie's, like, talking like this, and then Raji's in the kitchen, he takes a picture of Ollie, he's like, you have this man crisscross applesauce on our couch talking. I'm like, because I'm asking him questions that y'all don't, like, he's enjoying the conversation, because men don't do that to each other, like, my heart's broken. Dang, bruh, want to watch the game? Like,
that's so big.
Also, have you seen, I think an article recently came out of, like, when men they hang out, there's always there has to be a third something. So it's me and Hermela and then football. Me and Hermela and then a game. Me and her, like, there's something
there's
where
something else.
We really could sit on this couch and talk with nothing.
Oh, that's a good point.
And for hours. You know what I mean? That's literally what our podcast is. For hours. Like, we don't need a third thing.
Exactly.
I feel like we have a lot more intimate relationships with our friends, which is why I can, like, we have our, like, best friends as soulmates. Because the guys, like you said, there's always a third thing where you're not really, like, diving deeper.
They're not.
If I'm not even asking you what happened when you told me you had a bad day, where's the intimacy? It's not
in the room. Where is
the intimacy?
Like, genuinely. So I feel like with, like, female friendships genuinely do have soulmates.
do you think because we always talk about like, can you have more than one like romantic soulmate? Do you think you could have more than one like friendship soulmate?
What do you think?
I think so. I feel like
that's a hard one for me.
I think because like thinking about like even like in my friendships, I feel like every friendship is defined differently, or like the reason why you go to the person, or like how you feel seen by the other person can be like in different ways. But there's always a one person that like you might feel more seen, or like more like
for whatever reason. Yeah.
So I guess like if soulmate is like, are we more alike, or are we like the same? Then it might be different.
Like twin flame?
Like soulmate to me is like just the person that gets you. Like y'all don't even have to be alike, but like you know how like one friend you might go to for religious talking, the other one is,
if you want to go out and party and they're not as deep, but they'll help you like get out, like if you just want nothing about it.
But the one that you can go to for all the above. I feel like that's that soulmate.
That's like the one.
There's like that one,
So you guys don't think you can have more than one?
I feel like in my life personally, I have multiple great friendships.
Yeah.
But there is the one that I'm just like anything like I can go to her about anything. And I do think like God forbid if we were ever to not be friends, that's not a friendship that I could recreate. Like even my old best friend in high school, as like she moved away and we've had like our issues, but like no matter how I just don't feel like that friendship is something I can recreate either. Would I say she was a soulmate for that season? Probably. But now that I've got to experience what it looks like in a different friendship, I'm like, oh no, this is like my friend soulmate, if that makes sense.
Do you think there's multiple? Do you have multiple?
I agree with one, with what you guys say, like that gets you. But at the same time, I don't think I'm able to recreate any of my friendships. I feel like before,
well, I agree with that.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
like in high school and college, I feel like I was very big on like not even big, but like it's always like a group dynamic too. Like there's a friend group, and our group dynamic also meant something. I feel like I can't recreate any of my friendships because obviously after college, now that like like post grad or whatever, like now we have to actually intentionally make time for each other and make time for like your friends and everything.
Sure.
I've been doing more like you have one-on-one relationships instead of like group dynamic, convenience and everything, and everyone like fits in different boxes in my life, so I don't think I could ever like recreate any of my friendships.
Sounds like you have a very full life with your friends.
But girl, it is work as well.
It is work. No, oh my God, it's work.
It is. That's what they don't talk about too.
That's like, another thing. Yeah.
It's
it's a relationship.
It's like any other relationship, especially like you said, like. In college, what flew a lot was like group hangouts. Like we built these big. It was convenient to just be like, literally, exactly. It's like you upstairs, you down the hall, you in 512. Let's all come together.
Right.
Exactly.
Cool. Easy peasy. Now, like we're living in our adulthood, I'm like, okay, girls' night with 6 of us was fun, but like I feel like I didn't get to connect with you. Like let's and then that's a whole nother thing because we got to plan it, we got to schedule it, and now we got to connect and stuff. So. It definitely is work that people don't talk about. And I also saw like this one girl, she was saying like, hot take, I don't think it should be work. Like, she was like, hot take, I feel like your romantic relationship, that's work. That's who you're building a life with. But she was like, your female friendships, that's where you should come to with like just safety and happiness. Like, why does that need to be work? And I was just like, oh, you don't have real depth to your friendships then.
I feel like,
I think that's a misinterpretation. Like, it might be work to get our schedules together and we'll do that. But I think maybe she's coming at it as like me feeling safe around Hamel or you. That should be easy. If it's like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm anxious around this person, you're really trying to overcome that, then that's not.
Yeah.
But as far as like the scheduling maybe, but like the friendship should always be easy.
No, but even like the friendship, there's some work that you have to like put in.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, like... you know what I mean? Like, at this time, maybe it's, like, the way... Like we said, like, because relationships are like, one-on-one now, that, let's say, for instance, like, even, like, personally, I guess, I mean, just talk about, like, my situation. The way you show love to, like, one friend and the way the other person, like, reciprocates it can be like, completely different. That is work, trying to, like accommodate it or, like, adjust it to a friend. So they can also feel appreciated and loved and like seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Before I used to be like, one size fits all. I'm a quality time person. Love and language. I have a very, very low threshold for quality time. If I see you once a month, I am fulfilled for our friendship.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I am fulfilled.
That's all I needed.
No, really, and some of my friends obviously wanted more than that, or some of my friends are like acts of service or consideration and stuff like that. Having to adjust that, it does feel like work, and this is exactly like what you would do, like, in romantic relationships. But I feel like you would need that, like, you would need that type of relationship, because if you're saying, unless it's easy, I don't want a friendship. One, you don't have, like, your friendship's not going to be, like, in depth.
Exactly.
And then two, it's like, it just gives the same vibe as, like, I don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, for sure, yeah. Anything, just like,
it's a very stubborn way.
Take it or leave it, deal with it. You're never gonna grow. Like, I feel like my friends have taught me a lot more, and like I've grown a lot more because of my friends. Or like, you know, they show me like different, like, your blind spots, and I don't think you can just get to that point.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know, some friendships where like their work is like, I'm like, I don't know if you guys are compatible. Like, let's say I'm not willing to budge on how I show love, but like Carmela's like quality time, it's not my favorite. Like words of affirmation or whatever. If I'm aware of that and I don't know, I'm like, that shouldn't be work. Like you should want to adjust because you care about this person.
Right.
Exactly.
Like that should be easy to like think of that if you really care about the friendship. But the rest of it is definitely work for sure. Especially as you get older, like I have friends who like battled addiction, like toxic abusive boyfriends. How do you hold space for that when they like, when you don't necessarily agree with their relationships, like loving them through their mistakes.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's work.
Like real-ish. And it's like, sometimes you have to take a little step back for a second because like I'm in danger or whatever. But for the most part, it literally takes work and like patience.
That's what I'm saying. And I think the girl, because it was a whole podcast, them like talking about it, she was just saying like, we don't like, hard conversations shouldn't exist in friendships. And her friend was like, if you make me feel away, like I'm going to bring up an uncomfortable conversation, and it's okay that it's work that we have to get through that conversation, as long as it's not something that continues to come. And like you said, it could just be a compatibility issue. Like maybe y'all just aren't compatible as friends or as in-depth friends. Maybe y'all do have a great time when y'all go outside together. That just needs to be the extent of it then.
Yeah, I think also like, I feel like some people also have an issue where they think conflict means like me against you, like in friendships, and they like have like issues with like conflict resolutions. Usually with your friends, it has to be like me and you against the issue. So like whenever I'm like having a disagreement with my friends, where like, oh my god, I don't feel loved by you or seen by you or whatever, it's never the like me and the op, which was my friend. It's always like how, like, what is the situation that's making her feel this way?
Like what's the blockage?
So it's like, if you find conflict as like such a hard thing that you don't think should like even happen, because the second there's a conflict, you think that person's like the antagonist, and you just have to.
You
know you're really good at that. You're really good at that.
Oh my god, thank you, guys. I love
I ultimately regret saying anything. No, because sometimes what happens then, it's like then friendships like fight over how they're fighting rather than what the actual problem is.
Right.
Where like. Some people get offended because you got offended. Like if we're friends that you're offended, then I'm offended that you're offended. Because why would you think my heart posture's that way? It's like, dang. But I think she always comes at like, oh no, I know where the source is coming from. Like Milo's a good friend, Ruth, Becca. So let's just talk about it or whatever. Because you know I'm your friend, but maybe it was misinterpreted or you didn't know what's going on before. Where some people come at it as if like we're against each other.
Attacking
but if you know the source, you know that really, if you know that we're friends and you have my back, then
and it goes back to exactly what you said too. Even like knowing your friend well and having that like intimacy. If you know your friend, then you would know their intentions,
exactly,
like, where they're coming from. But if you're always having that surface level conversations, it's
you don't know.
Going to be easy for me to like assume malice.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
malice is crazy, but
no, but actually, it's just such a perfect word. Like it's an official word.
But
you're being malicious.
One time I'm leaving, if I ever see or even perceive anything as malicious, then either there's
it's tough for you to come back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
I really don't think I can come back from that.
And I feel like I had that lens just in life in general, just because like in high school was like just competition with girls around me, or like even in relationships, like sometimes I feel like I was dating somebody I was in competition with. So I thought I had that lens with everybody, and I like grew into like my college friendships. But the more we talked about these things, I realized like, wait, you're not being malicious. We just don't get each other. And like when we start to get each other, like then we'll be able to grow and these mistakes won't happen. But like you said, the moment it feels like, oh no, you're being nasty. Like you
can't really come back from that, I don't think.
Which is so insane.
You can come back from a lot, but like to be intentionally like doing something to like, I mean, just being malice, that's the perfect word.
Yeah.
like, why? Like, that's hard to be like, okay, you won't do it again, because it was like, well, why did you do it in the first place? That's a character thing.
For both of you guys, when you what's the approach when, like, we all have friends since we were like kids, basically, right? But like when you meet someone new, let's say you guys started friendship, is it like guilty until proven innocent? Like, you'll give them a female trust, and then if something happens then, or is it the opposite where like, no, you have to earn my trust and then I'll let you in? Which one is it for you guys?
Girl, I literally, one of my 2026 goals I'm going to talk about, that you guys saw the last episode, everybody who came into my life. Hey girl, do my, no, I went polar opposite. Because at first it was like distance, but then I was like, just because people who were young, we were all like 14, 13, like, just because they hurt me, like, we're in our 20s, surely no girls are like this. So then it was like, everyone, like, tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. I'll tell you mine. Like, we can share this. And I'm like, hold on now. So I think it's still like, you have trust, but the moment that trust is broken, it's like, and also just being smarter and like dating slower, even in friendships. Like, let me get to know you. Like, we all still put on personas. Like, I need to know you more before I tell you like why I am the way I am. Where I felt like I offered that to everyone. I mean, I offer it to you too. Like, they know. Like, they know. So I'm like, what's the difference if somebody come in?
Right.
But now it's just like, I don't like hold back my trust. It's just moving slower with like opening up and allowing people to get super close to you.
Intentionally, How about you, Melly?
I feel like, okay, guilty until proven innocent.
That's harsh.
I feel like I wouldn't like consider you guilty. I would just not you, like, like a person. I feel like, but I'm not like I guess I would trust them until like I'm like proven otherwise, but it depends. I think it's like mine is like really weird because like I would just like, I wouldn't give an opportunity where like you would get to know me in like depth without me actually vetting who you are first.
I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Same, but that has nothing to do with like trust. Like, I would trust you as a person. No. Like, I don't think you're a crazy person or whatever. Yeah. But it's like in due time, then
that's just being wise.
Maybe that might be a little.
I mean, you're wise. You don't do malice. You're just you good with friendships. Like this one.
Why can't we get this on first? Please.
Please.
But I don't know.
What about you, Mila?
I think I'm like, to get really like vulnerable and stuff, it's like, you don't have to prove it, but I just have to see scenario, like situations and stuff. And sometimes it comes out of nowhere where like, I'm going through something and then like, you just happen to be there. It happen, you know what I mean? And then, I'm not going to stop myself from whatever the situation is. Yeah. I think, I'm probably that. But I mean, also I learned to like, the only way you build trust is by asking for help. Yeah. Like, give them opportunity to show up. Because when I was younger, the fear, I just never asked for help or anything, or even let someone see me emotional or whatever, because I was fearful of them disappointing me or like not giving me exactly what I need, which is so unfair to the person.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now it's like asking for help, whether it's like, hey, can you drive me to the airport, or hey, can you, whatever it is. And not that they say yes or no, that's not that, but it's even the either response or saying like, hey, I would love to, but blasey. You build trust like that way.
For sure.
Like, showing up for each other in that.
So what do you think you value the most, like, in friendships for you to like feel loved? Are you like an acts of service person? Like, how would they show that? Then you're like, okay, like I value you. You're like our friendship.
I'm the same with you. I can see you twice a year. I'm good.
Yeah.
And we connect but we're always connected in some way.
I love a low maintenance friend.
Yeah, truly. But like, obviously we have to see each other, but it's, to me, I don't correlate like, oh, you don't make time for me, so you don't care about me. That is not what connects for me. But like, like there's, acts of service is really what it is, but it could be as simple as like, we wanted a soda in the fridge, there's only one more, and you're like, oh, Mila, you could have it, it's fine. Like, like that, like little stuff like that. Or my cousin Miriam is really good at this, where like, there's only so much tabs I can have open in my head. So if you could take away 2 tabs away, that would be great. Whether it's like, hey, I know you're coming home soon, and the couch was a mess, so I just like organized it for you. I'm like, oh, it took 5 seconds, but like,
yeah, she is really good.
Like she's so good because she appreciates that too. Where she's like, if you could just help me in whatever way,
I love that
you can, or like, hey, like I'm gonna be away for a week. Mommy is at the apartment. She's gonna be by herself. She'll like come and like play a movie with her, and I'm like, thank you. Like
that's nice.
That is like just show up in that way.
That. Yeah.
So like acts of service is what I say. How about you? Where you feel like the most loved from your friends?
I feel the most loved.
I thought it was quality time. I'm not gonna hold you.
Me?
Yeah.
But it is. I think the only reason why like I genuinely don't hang out with people that I don't intentionally plan on seeing, like genuinely like,
far. Yeah.
Honestly, so if it's like twice a week or like twice a month or whatever, it's very intentional. So like I really actually take time to like. That's why I do like one-on-ones or whatever, because like I kind of like make sure we're good like intimately whatever. But so that is why like I value like quality time, even though it's like the threshold is like really low. It takes a lot, so I get what you're saying. I value it a lot more.
Yeah.
But I feel like to feel loved by my friend, I have to feel seen. Do you know what I mean? Like friends who like you don't even have to get exactly what I'm like going through or whatever, but all my friends I have to feel like seen genuinely like for like who I am. Then like, like all these like perceptions or whatever.
So what does that mean? Like give me an example of seen.
I don't know. I just like all my friends, I feel like they know and understand me, and which is a lot because all of my friends are completely opposite from me. So it's like, I don't think any of apart from Ruth, honestly, all of my friendships, like I do understand our differences, even like with character or whatever, but they do like see and accept like who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
Like
that's so cute.
Big thing for me. How about you?
And even I was just going back to your quality time point, like even if it's not a lot of quality time, like quality time is quality time. So I can still see like even if you don't expect to see them 12 times a month, when the time you see them and it's like quality, it's intentional. That's still quality time. Exactly.
Pick up right where you left off.
I think acts of service. I think the way I give love is the same that I like to receive it, and it's just like. It doesn't have to always be a huge thing.
It's just thoughtfulness.
It's just thoughtfulness. That is literally the way that it sums up. Like, when my friends do the littlest things, they're like, you always are being so dramatic. But I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, that meant a lot. Like, you can get me, like, birthdays. I love every single gift. But the gift that I open is like, I heard you say this, so I got you this. You love me
right now.
Literally, Terry, like you love me.
Yeah.
Like there was this one time, there's this perfume my friend wore every single time. It was like genuinely, it just smelled so good. Every time she wore it, I'd be like, what do you have on today? And she'd be like, Rose, Rosie. And then like, but I was like, never thought to go get it myself. I'm just like, it smell real good on you.
Rosie.
I love Rosie. My birthday, she didn't even, usually every year she's like, please send me a birthday wish list. This year she did it. She just like, here you go. I opened it. She's like, I'm like, what? I didn't even know what Rosie was. I was like, oh, what is this? She's like, girl, it's Rosie. The one you asked about. I'm like, oh my God. Girl, I'm like, the bottle is empty. She's like, girl, Rosie. We talk about this every day.
That's so sweet though, yeah.
But yeah, just the thoughtfulness of that. Like, just that. Like, simply just that.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Oh my God. Are you guys, going back to the whole like malice thing.
It's like
going back to malice. But,
life as malice.
Malice is crazy. But have you ever given like second chances for a person that you've assumed malice for?
Yeah.
Really?
And then bit me right in it.
Again?
Yes.
That's so lovely.
But that's a character thing. But the thing is, we had already signed a lease. I had no. I had no choice.
Me and the malice signed the lease.
Yeah.
Me and the malice is crazy.
I had no choice but to forgive and forget. Yeah. So it truly would have been like, once you pulled that, it would have been friendship over. Yeah. But it's like, friendship, you're not just a roommate. Like, we genuinely had a friendship. Aww. And now we're living together. It's like, I need to forgive.
Oh my God, that's actually hell.
And it's like, it was.
Like, no,
hey, really, that's sad.
I cannot, I can't.
Yeah. No, it was, Mel would break the lease.
Bad.
Absolutely.
No, it was bad. It was bad. And it wasn't even like bad in the sense like the roommate situation was bad. It was just like the awkwardness of like, we used to like cross paths in the living room and then like be like, girl, I gotta go do some homework, girl, and then be on the couch for 5 hours just yapping. And then you know what that is to now go to like, hey girl, and like that's it. Like keeping the peace for that. And so it was awkward for a little. Then we tried to like get back to that friendship, but it just felt like some things just never changed. And now like I don't feel like I can trust you in that way ever. And I know I can't. So that's the only thing that I've ever. But like real, like you said, like malice, I've never gone back. In any other scenario, I would never.
Yeah.
Would you? Of course not.
Hell no. But
I probably wouldn't.
Thankfully, it's only happened with my guy friendships. Where like I've seen the intention of like malice and stuff like that.
Ew.
With like
what do they do?
Like what?
Yeah, I bet. We'll talk about
but
that
it's not
offline.
like crazy. It's just like it was a scenario where one, I was like caught off guard because the person that I was like friends with, I never expected them to like. Those people who are like very vocal about how much they appreciate you as a friend and like very.
Like, is he trying to convince himself?
Right.
But anyways, that was like the scenario, and then there was just like no way for me to see it outside of like you had malicious intent. Like,
I'm so curious.
Don't you feel icky after?
Because like as a man, it's like, why would you go out your way to be malicious to a girl?
A girl, please say it again. Like I literally was so icked out.
I'm like, I don't get that. That just doesn't correlate in my head.
Exactly. But in like, did I have one? I feel like there was one, but we weren't close. So it's like
it didn't even matter. Yeah.
I'm like stubbed to tell. Stubbed to tell genuinely. But like in my closest friends, thank God, I feel like
I've never experienced that.
I haven't. Yeah.
So blessed to have such a good community.
Yeah.
Well, before we close out, if you could offer any piece of advice, usually we just do any type of life advice, but let's narrow it down to friendship advice. What is a piece of friendship advice you could share with the girls today, or guys if you're watching?
I would say be the friend you want to like for other people first, because I feel like we're very much like me, like what am I getting, what am I whatever. But sometimes you moving in like pure intentions, you never know how much you're going to change other people. Because I've definitely like changed a lot from my other friends, like pure intentions as well. Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
Like,
yeah,
so
that's true.
Just be that person first before.
Love that. I would say don't believe the lie that friendships are easy in the sense of like it does take work to like still want to be part of each other's lives and the children's life afterwards, and there's like relationships and that type of stuff. And I do think there's this wave of like prioritizing yourself and like what you need, and it's like no, sometimes you're gonna be tired after work and you still have to show up to your friend's birthday party or like and be live about it. Don't have like a shitty attitude. Excuse me. I saw something on TikTok that said like everybody wants a village but nobody wants to be a villager.
Nobody wants to be a villager.
And that's really it. It's like like you gotta put in the work. If you want a community, you can't just like reap the benefits. You have to be part of that community. So like show up for your friends, even when you're tired.
Even when you're tired. Like, and most of the time when you show up, regardless, you show up and then you're like, I'm so glad I came. Yeah. Like I've never showed up being like, oh, I'm tired, and then after being like, oh, dang, I regret going. Like no, I'm always like, I'm so glad I went, regardless of how I felt.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a year of new friendships.
It will be. 2026 is gonna be a great year.
Yeah. Do you guys want new friends? Or not new friends, but like more friends?
Definitely. I feel like I need more friends now that I moved.
Right.
True.
I say in the sense of like, or we're fully fed, if I'm honest. Like, I mean, there's always more out there.
See what my friend's gonna think? I don't. Like
I
was like,
she's like, your life.
I'm part of that. I'm like,
I need more
why? Why do you want more
questions?
Like, why?
Do you have the same answer, Melly?
Yeah, I fully expected like, no, I'm good.
Like, not I'm good as far as like I don't want
no new friends, but it's like if it happens,
sure, great.
I'm accepting it. But if it doesn't, I'm like, God has blessed me with so many good friends
I'm not going on my way to like force
any friendships.
That's the one thing that I also want to mention before this episode ends, I guess. Even like because like I moved to New York recently, been 6 months, blah blah blah. There, even the fact like because I felt so fulfilled with my friendships here. Yeah. Obviously, I don't see them physically there, but I still had that security where like I'm not rushing into like surface level friendships just because I want like someone next to me. So which is like even the benefits of like really intimate friendships. It's that to that extent where like
it is that
even when you're miles away, you literally would.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
But then on the other side of it, when we go out, it's like, no, I talk about this with Miriam all the time. Nobody else exists. Like, it's like, how are we going to meet anyone? We do want to have a partner eventually. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we look cute. Like, you would think we're going out to the
girl. You were showing that to Miriam. You got dressed for Miriam.
No, really.
No, like really. When she came over there, I was like, look at these new shoes I got. And there are these new shoes I'm going to wear.
These are so cute. We're going to be in the circle.
In the circle.
Each other in the bar.
They've sent me FaceTimes and they're literally in a circle like the baddest girls. And I'm like, go so mingle.
Literally.
Go do stuff.
But that's just how decentered it is.
Yeah.
We're like, are we the problem in our episodes? Like, with the dating.
I watched the episode for sure, yeah.
Like, are we a little too full?
Maybe a little. Not, you guys aren't too full. You guys just need a bigger cup. Like, maybe you're just at a regular cup. Just get a Stanley.
Okay. I like that. I like reframing that.
Sponsor that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't really have much to offer. I think that was great advice that you guys gave. I think.
Give advice. Yeah, she tried to.
I tried to scare her. I would just say don't be afraid. Like, I feel like in romantic relationships, if something bothers us, we're going to tell that person. I feel like you should carry that same energy into your friendships. Like, give them the opportunity to fix whatever you feel like is broken in that friendship. And do not, like, stray away from uncomfortable conversations, because usually after those conversations, you guys reach a deeper level in your friendship. And you're giving them the opportunity to become a better friend, because sometimes people just don't know. So that would be my advice.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah, we love that.
You know, a little something.
A little something, a little wise before my years.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Last piece of advice. My friend's dad told us this. Most people are like, they don't realize, like, because both of us, we all have like a lot, like pretty good amount of friends. Like, when you think of, like, I think you guys say like core 4. Like, that's rare in the grand scheme of things. He told us, like, if people get 1 or 2 good friends, like, that's a blessing. So you have to look at your circle and be like, this is actually, like, unique to find 4, 5, 6 girls around me that I know have, like, no malicious intents. Like, that's a blessing even in itself.
Yeah. I love that. Just being grateful for, like, what you have.
Yeah.
So blessed in that way. Well, guys, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us. I thought you were talking to them.
Y'all both were looking at the camera like,
first time we did an interview. The intro was the outro.
Like, girls, clock out.
Right.
You're not on firsties.
Sorry.
We're about to go on firsties.
Yeah.
This is Maya show.
Life is Maya.
Life is malice.
All right. Life is malice.
Life is malice.
Literally about to be the thumbnail.
She said malice.
So now y'all know how to do the intro.
Period.
All right, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye.